Hello, friends. Welcome to Take Two Tuesday. How is everybody doing today? Kind of throwing things together here at the last second. I see that I didn't schedule my Take Two Tuesday episode to be public, so it was kind of hidden on YouTube there, and I was wondering, hey, why is it that nobody can see this? So I went in and I checked the settings, and it was on private. So I fixed that, and I know Facebook is running, so I see some of you are here. Hi, Bonnie and Susan and Terry and Pamela, Cindy and Susan again there. She's in cold Wisconsin, but it sounds pretty warm, almost up to 65. Frank and Sharon are here. Welcome, everyone. I'm going to give a couple minutes to kind of get things going here and give a few people a chance to check in who maybe couldn't find the broadcast right away. Again, my fault, but glad you are here with me. Hi, Jeffrey on Facebook and Brenda. Let's see. We're going to have a fun time today. We have some stamps, stamp and die collection to take a look at. And we also have another fold it, and I'll show you a different option of how you could use that fold it today that you might like. We have a fun little short video to watch. It's kind of a coloring episode. Sometimes I find these things on, they call it shorts on YouTube. And you probably could find, I don't do TikTok, but you probably could find them on TikTok or Instagram or something like that. Short little quick videos. So I have one of those to share with you. That should be fun. And let's see, this Thursday, the big news is this Thursday we will have a live release. Live release for brand new items that they are scheduled to come out March 1st, but they'll actually be on our website that Thursday night, which is February 29th, this Thursday. So, Stephanie's Crafting Corner, we will have a live release. So Stephanie's going to probably demo some of those items and show you what's new. That will be a lot of fun. That'll be Thursday night, so make sure you save the date. Watch Stephanie's Crafting Corner. We will have some brand new items for you to show off, and it'll be a chance to introduce the new club set. If you're a diehard club member or stamp club member, those items will be coming out on the 1st and being shipped out to you, so that will be well. Oh, Ruth says her surgery went well. That's awesome, Ruth. I'm glad to hear that. So prayers are answered. Great, good for you. We have the upcoming release. Let's see, if you are a Fold It Club member, I just put these in the mail yesterday. So the flower and vase Fold It, your little idea card, and your stencils, they all went in the mail yesterday. So if you are a Fold It Club member, those have been mailed. Dropped them off at the post office in the afternoon yesterday. They should be on their way to you. If you like this collection, you're not a Fold It Club member yet, and this is a great chance to jump in and join in. These will be fun. This collection, I think, will be fun for the upcoming spring season. We have Mother's Day and maybe even some summer card fun making. So you might like this collection. This is if you join the Fold It Club. Only Fold It Club members can get these right now. So think about signing up. You'll love it. You get the free extra. I think there's a really nice kind of banner. It's kind of like the nested banner die that we just have, but it's a little more decorative and it's really fun. It's a great gift. You get that just for joining the club. So think about that. Fold It Club. What else? Our release, Fold It Club. This upcoming Friday will be our Die Hard and Stamp Club release. So here again is another club. If you've been thinking about becoming a Stamps of Life club member, the brand new shipment goes out this Friday. I'll be up bright and early. March 1st, I will be mailing those out, which is Friday morning. Let me stop that so we don't get any sound. I'll get those mailed out. If you're already in the club, you're all set, ready to go. You'll be getting those. Some of you might get it Saturday on, probably not, but there might be a few exceptions. You might get lucky and get a delivery on Saturday, but mostly probably early next week, those stamps and dies will be getting to you. So the Die Hard Club will be shipping. I know with all the clubs in April, there's going to be extra freebie gifts. So brand new freebies for all of you club members. So Stephanie likes to let you know that we appreciate all of you. And so she adds those little freebies in there every once in a while. watch for that. That will be in the April shipment. Okay, so that's a month away. But if you want to start thinking ahead, if you join up here in March, you'll be qualifying for those extra gifts that will come out in April. Let's see. Oh, next week, time change, definitely. Tiffany will be back next week. We will start at 10 a.m. starting next week. All right. So most of the time it'll be 10 a.m. I'll post the new time and you'll see it in the schedule. Let's see. That will probably be for here on out. We'll probably be going to 10 a.m. So gives everybody an extra hour to get going. Maybe if it changes the time for you and you can't watch, that's okay. This is all taped and recorded, so you can always check it out and watch it later. You can have a second chance, or maybe that's another thing. If you miss something during the presentation, you want to go back and see it, then you can go back to YouTube and Facebook. It's recorded and posted on both of those places. You can watch it again. We really like the likes and shares. If you can do that for us, we appreciate it. If you can like and share, I think I even have my button. Well, I haven't added my name or anything. I've just been yakking here. So let me see. So everybody, if you don't know me, what happened there? I'm Ken from the Stamps of Life. Stamps of Life, we're located in Orange County in Southern California. And we've been in stamp and die business since about 2009. And we've had a club just about that whole time. And there's a few of you have been in the club since we've started. And many of you have been with us for many, many years. So welcome. Let's see what else about our we have a few different clubs. That all the information is on our website about those. If you don't know about us, check it out. When you go on the Stamps of Life website, you just click up at the top and it says join the club, and you can get details about all the clubs there. You might want to sign up. It's fun to be a part of the Stamps of Life family. You get the extra discount whenever you shop on our website. And then we just do fun videos like this, Stephanie's Crafting Corner, No Makeup Monday, all those different things. What else? I think I've got all my information in there. If you're joining us late, I'll throw this up so you don't miss it. No, where is that? Okay, the Fold It Club. I think this will work. That's our Fold It Club. That just shipped. So if you're interested in that, you can join the club. If you're already in the club, it's on the way. Here's a card sample, I think, from that one. Let me see if I can get that one to post up there. Yeah, so there's a bunch of fun card samples using the new flower vase and dies. It's a really fun one, and it's been super popular. I know a lot of people are excited about this one, so it's fun to be able to ship out something that everybody's really looking forward to getting. So watch for that. Let's see. I have that one there. I made a little shamrock. We're getting close to Shamrock season with St. Patrick's Day, March almost here. We've got that. I missed something. I can't remember what I wanted to run across the bottom here. Oh, our live release. That's what it was. So let's add that one in there. So again, the live release, if you just jumped in, I started off with this. This will be Thursday night. So make sure you tune in and watch that. When we get towards the end, after we look at the couple of the items we're going to take a look at, we're going to... we finished up our kind of like about 5 weeks of working on being thankful, and I hope that that was a blessing for you, and you started to practice that. And you can always continue on. We just want to be thankful and grateful and continue to work on that. I hope you made it through the 5 weeks, with the 5th week being like trying to think of 5 things that each day that you could be thankful for. Mix it up and think of some different things, but that can continue on if you like. I would continue to do it myself. I'll try to be, when I wake up in the morning, just to give thanks for maybe some things from the day before, or the things that I'm looking forward to ahead of time as well. So we can keep working on that. But at the end today, we'll start to look a little bit at prayer, and we'll have a little bit of introduction. And then the next few weeks, we will kind of take a look at the Lord's Prayer, where Jesus, his disciples said, hey, Lord, teach us how to pray. And he gives them a prayer that we'll take a look at, and we'll do that for the next few weeks, but we'll save that for the end. But it is important that we all pray. And I know that prayer is powerful, and that God hears our prayers. And prayers make a difference, too, if we are really following Jesus and he's first in our life. I believe he's going to hear our prayers. He's going to answer our prayers. Now, here's a key thing to me about the prayers. Are sometimes God's going to say yes, he's going to answer our prayers the way we hope. Sometimes he's going to say no. And it's for what's best for us. So, you know, some of the time when we get the no answer, it's tough, but we're trusting that God will do what's best. And then some of the time we don't hear maybe an answer to prayer right away, and that means just God is asking us maybe to wait before he's going to do something. Maybe it's just something that we have to become more committed to praying about. So we'll talk about that a little bit at the end. All right, so let's get started. Before, just for fun, while we're letting everybody kind of tune in and catch up with us, this was the video I saw, and it's just for fun, but I like these short little videos. It's kind of a coloring video. Let's see, where is it? We don't want to have the sound going on this one. Oh, what did I do with that? Okay, here we go. I'm going to switch over to this camera, and hopefully I will have sound. And when I see this video, I see like the creativity of people. See if my little... So creativity of people, and I'm not an artist myself, but I enjoy watching people who can color or draw or paint. So this is just a fun, short little video, and maybe you'll like it. And after this, we'll get started taking a look at our items. Let me press play. I think I have the sound going there. Oh, here we go. Hold on, I don't think we're getting sound here. What's going on? Oh, I know, I didn't turn on the sound. There we go. A little bit of music. So it's fun. I was just watching how they really get that detail just to really match. To me, it's amazing. And I know for somebody who probably paints or an artistic, it's not any real big deal, but it was just fun. Last week we were talking about all the ways we can get different colors mixed and matched and what we can do with them. So something kind of neat. Crazy stuff you can find on, now I gotta stop it, on the internet. So I found that and I thought it was fun. Let me switch back over to me. Something different. Yes, if you can hit the like button, that would be great. If you can share, awesome. Any of that, if you want to tell people to check in with us. I see my viewership numbers have been going down some, so you know, I'll do my best. I hope that people find these videos fun or interesting, or they can learn something. Again, our goal here on Take Two Tuesday is just to have some fun, a good time, kind of have a little positive outlook on life. And I think, you know, God is blessing us. We are having a lot to be thankful for. So we like to talk about our products. We'll show you some items from the Stamps of Life from the past. The stamps and dies that we have from today are a few years old. So for some of you, these might be brand new. Maybe you've never seen them. And then for some of you, these will be products you have in your stash. And Stephanie said, hey, you guys, if you have these, break them out and use them. We want you to use the items that you have from the past, and that's always good fun to do that. And these could be pretty far down on your stack of stamps and dies from the Stamps of Life or other companies, but I bet if you dig them out and find them, you'll have a good time using them again. So think about that. All right, let's get to it. Our first collection today. And I have some nice card samples as well. This is called Sports to Stamp. There is a stamp set, and there is also a die set that goes with it. Let's find these all over on the Stamps of Life website. And I can pull that up, I think. Where are we? And it'll show you the date. We made these back in February 2021. So we're going back 3 years. These have been out for 3 years. So if you have any kids, grandkids who are into sports, or maybe a husband or a wife you make cards for and they're into a particular sport, these are fun for that. I will show you the examples from our design team, what you can find on our website. Whoops. And there's the stamp and the die set. Let's see, with the dies you're going to get 16 dies in this set. I practice a little bit with the dies, and I have the shadow and also the inside, so we can get some different looks and some different pieces out of that. We'll cut a couple more of those. I'll show you how that works. And then your samples are down there. You can run through those. You can add these to all kinds of different card bases. There's an A2 card. I messed up on the A2 size last week. It's 4 and a, what is it? What is an A2 card? 4 1/4 by, oh gosh, I better make sure I don't say it wrong again. But anyway, it makes an A2 card, A2 size card. On that, this is the horizontal direction with an A2 card. And here's on a fold it. Lots of different ways to use these with some stamps from our past. There's the die set. Let's see. And if we look at the stamps, let's see how many stamps we get. Remember, our stamps are made in the USA, so they're really nice, high quality stamps. You're going to get great impressions from these stamps all the time. Now, we always recommend that you use the stamps with, I don't think it's on this page, but the Stamps of Life Secret Weapon. It's kind of like a cushion on your table. Will help out greatly with your stamping. Let's see, this is 18 stamps on this set. You get a baseball bat, glove. We couldn't cover all the sports, so I know there were some requests for hockey or volleyball. You probably can make one of these balls into volleyball. We have football on there, some shoes, glove, basketball, baseball, football. Those are the main ones that we have. And these coordinate together, so you can use them together, or they can be used separately too, up to you. For fun, I have some information about sports. Maybe some things. Oh, that will be our question too. At the end, let's see. We're going to do a little contest today. Let me switch over. Our contest, this is going to be one of those ones where I need you to post your response down in the comment section. So after this video is over, yes, thanks everyone for helping me out. An A2 card is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Last week, for some reason, I got it in my mind that an A2 card was 4 by 6, but no, it is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So our contest this week, we'll be doing a question contest, and I will look through all your comments. My question will be for you after the show is over, is what is your favorite sport to play or your favorite sport to watch? So you'll be able to add in the comments, and I will go through all the comments and I'll pick a winner to receive a $10 Stamps of Life website gift certificate. If we get to over 100 comments, I'll crank it up to a $20 Stamps of Life gift certificate. So you'll have several days to add your comment. If you know somebody who wants a chance to win, have them comment too. So as the more comments we get, the more people can find us, hopefully on Facebook, and the more activity we get, our videos get sent out to more people, and that helps us a lot. We just need to, this is one of the ways we get to kind of connect with our regular customers and friends, and then also meet some new people. So we like to do that. So make sure you comment. Again, that will be at the end of the video. I'll post the question. It will be in the comment section, and then you will be able to answer there. And by next week, not by next Tuesday, I will choose the winner. All right, our fun facts about sports. A lot of people, now this is just talking about kids, around 60 million kids play youth sports in the United States. About 81% of people think that sports are important. I think it kind of is. It shows, I think of sports as how, for kids especially, to play as a team, to work together. You have to, in sports, you have to be committed. You have to show up. You have to be on time. You have to practice. Again, you have to learn how to work together. And then there's things like sportsmanship, learning that you don't always come in first place, and it's okay to come in second place or third place. You can just go out and you give your best, and you try to get better too. That's something about sports, is you're trying to improve. And yeah, sportsmanship is important. Learn to play fair, mostly by the rules. Some of the time people try to take advantage of things a little bit to get a little edge over someone else, but we don't want to promote that. But those are parts of life that we have to be prepared for and prepared to face too. Let's see. Soccer looks like it's the most popular sport in the United States for participation. Again, this is kids. And then swimming. I was surprised about that one. Volleyball. What other ones? Basketball and baseball were also right there at the top. Soccer, I think, was number one. Then when you get to professional, I know like in professional sports, the NFL and college football are by far the most popular sports. And then you have basketball and baseball and hockey and those good ones. Let's see, here's some funny things about sports. I found a couple funny things, I think, anyway. Let's see what they say. Guess what? There are over 8,000 sports played around the world. 8,000. I don't think I could name that many. But only 33 sports are in the Olympics as of 2021. So 8,000 sports. I just can't imagine. There's a lot of things apparently that I don't know about. Did you know that Michael Jordan didn't make his basketball team until he was a sophomore? So that means he didn't make the cut. Michael Jordan, probably the best basketball player ever. He didn't make his team the first year. And there's a thing about, to me, that's an example of sports. Someone who he didn't just quit or give up, he figured out a way how to make the team the next year. So there was disappointment, but then followed by, hey, he makes the team and becomes one of the best basketball players of all time. So that's pretty exciting. This one's funny. Alcohol is considered a performance-enhancing drug in most shooting sports, as it calms your body down and allows you to shoot straighter. I don't know about that one. If you really want to be hanging out with some people while they are shooting their guns and drinking alcohol, even if it's in a sport and I'm sure everything is regulated and safe and all that kind of stuff. I don't know that that's a good combination, but that's one of the funny things. Alcohol is calming. Let's see. If you watch a Major League Baseball game, the average time of action is about 18 minutes of maybe a 3-hour game. 18 minutes, something is actually happening in a baseball game. So if you ever get bored at a baseball game, that's probably why. Not much is happening during that. You watch the pitcher throw the ball and then he walks around, or the hitter swings, he steps out and swings his bat around, stretches, and there's not a whole lot of acting. I like baseball, the sport, but it is slow to watch. I see some people like pickleball. I know pickleball is getting really growing out here in Southern California. I see a lot of tennis courts getting changed to that. Let's see what else. A couple more funny things. Let's see. In the Olympics, they were not originally given gold medals. The medals were made out of silver, and they were also given an olive branch, but no gold medals. What else? The average golf ball has 336 dimples, in case you care. And let's see. I don't know why. I guess it was for good luck. Babe Ruth used to wear a piece of cabbage under his cap. Is that funny or what? It must have been a good luck thing or something like that. Let's see, one more thing. If you have a baseball and you want to know how many stitches are on it, 108 stitches on a baseball. So there you go, some sports facts. Okay, we will move on. We'll head over to our little crafting table here. I'll get my mic on and we'll take a look at these stamps and dies. Let's switch over there. Okay, I think everyone can hear me, and I'll turn that one off. You don't need to see me now since I won't be there. Okay, there we have our stamps and, I forgot our card samples. Oops, let's move back here. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot the card samples, and we got to see those first. Back over to the other camera. Let's go through these samples. I'll share with you. If you have any questions, maybe after I demo a little bit, after I cut a few items, I'll check for and see if there's any questions I missed. So this one is that's the Kenny doll stamps and dies, I know, and it's using the rounded corner step-up die on this one. I'm going to try to, before I put these cards on my little display here, I'll try to read what's on the background and see if I can help you out. So here is the baseball glove being used by the Sports to Stamp, and that has Kirsten to Stamp, and it's just on a basic A2 card base. We just added one of those to our website, and an A2 card base, just die set, just plain. It does the A2, excuse me. It will cut the card base for you and also score it. That's really nice. It doesn't come, excuse me, I'm going to turn off. That new basic A2 panel, it doesn't come with the extra panels, but it has the basic idea, works great. Okay, this has Kids to Stamp with it, and again on an A2 card base. You can see the bat and the glove from the Sports to Stamp. They've kind of made their own background paper here, and that's really nice. That came out great. You can see a good variety of sports there. And most of these, again, are on A2 card fronts. This has, oh, I can't see, I believe one of our grids. I don't recognize that one offhand, so I'm not 100% sure. This has Sports to Stamp with, and also using our A2 gatefold card die. And if you can see just faintly in the background there, it has our plaid, one of our plaid stencils. This one has the Kenny doll and Sports to Stamp on this one. A couple more here. This one doesn't tell me any of the extra items. This one, this card features our dotted stars. And that's kind of like a layering set, a fun one. We have a bunch of different dotted items. I think there's a dotted circle, dotted square, star. And here's a flip it. That's our circle flip it. It's got the footballs in the middle, fun. And then I have one last one. This is kind of like a, gosh, what do you call it? A little badge, like an award type item. So those are all great. Okay, now we'll go over to our table here. Turn that. And let's see what we've got going. Okay, there we are. Had those good samples. I think you guys can hear me good. Yep, that's working good. Uh-oh. I see we might be getting a little buffering today, and that hasn't happened before, so I'm hoping that this is going out okay. Oh, I'll just continue on if I do get the buffering problem. Whoops, I should have hit record on that. And hopefully everything will continue on here just fine. Let's see. All right, so our collection of stamps and dies. We will break out a couple of these little ones here. Now, I had, yesterday while I was getting kind of set up, I took a little bit of time to work with these dies, and I produced these footballs so you could have your team color behind. You can layer these. One of the fun things is I did a white and a brown, and since we have the inside die, this die right here, it's going to give you different, you can pull out the pieces. So I ran it once through with white and then once through with brown, and I was able to take the laces out of there and insert them into the brown, and it gives it a little more interest. And here I just have the laces for the football. It's just from the background, so you get that gold look on the football, which also looks good. So a couple of easy things to do. What I thought we might do this time, yeah, like that's filling up. So I hope this broadcast will continue on. We will see. And we're going to use this. We're going to try the soccer ball and see what we can do with it. And soccer balls are usually black and white. And so I'm going to use, I think I have a glittery. I'm just using scraps that I've had over here for a while, and use some things that I from the past. I'll have the glitter, which will give us the white look, and I have this foil paper that I can get the black from. Now let's see if I can do anything about that. I think it is going to combination out, but it did not work out the way I expected, so we're going to have to run this through again. See what will happen this time. We're going to need a white ball, so we'll run that through. This will be our ball. And of course, you have to have the plate on the bottom and the plate on top for this to work. We'll run that through there. And again, I didn't have a chance to work with this one ahead of time, so I'm not exactly sure how this will turn out, but we'll give it a peek. So there would be my ball. And just for fun, we'll lay it on top of this. There's the ball. And again, I had made a couple footballs earlier. How am I going to piece this soccer ball together? I have not figured out quite yet, but we'll put this to the test. I know it's possible. Let's run this through there. All right, so there I have my little, I could take these pieces that have been cut out and I could layer if I had the time and I wanted to do that, I could take these little corners, add them in there, but I do have the center piece here. I can show you how that works just for the sake of time. You can kind of add that right to the center. So there would be the center, how you can layer them together and you get the little pieces from that part of the soccer ball. You'll be able to get a black and white soccer ball. That's one way to do it. I'm sure there are other options. Again, like with the football, I had done this just using this. I had run it through a couple different times as brown and white and mix and match those together. When you get the inside pieces, these pieces here will cut and you can kind of paper piece some of the parts. So that worked out with the football. I think some of these other ones, you would have to like trim them down a little bit to get the little paper pieces out. But for the football, that popped out. And also on the soccer ball, the little centerpiece popped out. So a couple different things you can do with that. And then just using whatever background you want behind there, you could layer a football or a soccer ball, baseball, basketball, any of those. You can mix and match. You could do some pattern papers, whatever kind of fun stuff you want to do. So that is the Sports to Stamp dies. And you also have, I didn't do any stamping with them today, but a bunch of great sports theme stamps and dies that you might want. Again, for kids, grandkids, or again, some adult, maybe you know who's into sports and maybe it's their birthday or something like that. That'd be a fun way to celebrate. All right, back over here. Seems like our stream is going a little bit better now. That's good. Okay, back over to me. Hope everybody found their way back here to our live stream. Again, my internet just kind of wanted to do its own thing today, so it was definitely out of my control. But it's been reset, and it looks like it's working pretty good now. So hopefully this will continue on through the rest of the episode. Let's see. Okay, our next collection, moving on. And then I'm going to check and see if you guys had any comments or anything up from that part. Let's see, where are we? All right. Nope, not quite. I'm getting there. Let's see, that one. Okay, and chat there, great. Yeah, some of the time I have patience, you guys. Some of the time I don't. So when I'm on air and I'm in front of everybody, I have to force myself to have some patience. But I'm not always the most super patient person, and I can easily get upset and let things frazzle me or worry me too. So we're kind of all in the same boat on that. But thankfully things are working now, and that's good. Yep, Jeff's back. Amanda, hi Amanda and Don. Okay, welcome back everyone, and we're going to continue on our next collection since we are closing in on March. I know we had done the, I think it was the Shamrocks for Us collection a couple weeks ago, but I found some nice samples for, this is the Shamrock Fold It die set. And of course you have the option, you can make this is about an A2 size card just by itself. And we've done some of the designs, we've made some foldeds, and I've shown you how super easy those are. But today I will show you how to use this A2 card, or not A2, the actual cutout of the Shamrock maybe on a card front. So a different way that you can use a fold it, just to give you an idea of the different options, the different ways that you can create with this card. All right, so this will be fun. This is Shamrock's Fold It die set. I meant to grab some information about Shamrocks, but I did not do that. And since we're running kind of behind, I guess we won't talk about Shamrocks today, but maybe I will try to grab some of that information up in the future. Okay, the Shamrocks, we'll move over to the website. Whoops, that one, and get me back on here. Great. Okay, and I will just type in Shamrocks. Again, if you are new to the Stamps of Life, here's the club information there. This is our homepage. I'll show you where you can shop, but the we have a lot of fun clubs, and most of you I know have been around, but I just like to remind people who are maybe new to watching our videos. We have some new digital items if you didn't know about that. I was talking about this A2 card base right here. This is the one that you really want to have, and we're going to use that when we make this Shamrock card. That's the basic. You just get the die that scores and cuts the A2 size card, makes it super easy, and you're going to use this one over and over and over. So I do highly recommend, if you don't have one of those, that would be one item you want to get. But I think most of you already have an A2 card base, but just to let you know. And so this will be our Shamrock, and I do have some live samples to show you as well. We'll take a look here at the website. It has just 3 dies. It makes the standard A2 size card, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And this die set came out in February of 21 also. So both of these collections that we're looking at today were from February of 21. You have a few card samples on there. You can mix and match with the Shamrocks for Us or our Leprechauns to Stamp collection. They work together really well, and with St. Patrick's Day coming up, this might be something you want to get. If you don't have it, it's new to you, and if you already have it, go ahead and find it, break it out, and you want to put it to use. Okay, so I do have my samples here. We're going to run through those and take a look at those, and then we'll move over to the table. And I know my episode's going longer and longer and longer, so we will try to keep things moving. But I'm having fun. I hope you guys are having fun. When you have had enough or you want to take a break, you can always press pause and come back and watch later. So that's a fun thing, right? Let's take a look at these card samples. All right. Let's see if these will stand up. I'm not real sure. There we go. That works. And I think I had that one down at the bottom of my, as one of my little lower thirds. I'll show you, I made that for our live stream here. We'll do something like this next one here. So these were the folded options. This is if you were to add it to the front of a card base. Some of these are just mixing and matching solid colors. This one used a pattern paper. And here's another example using a pattern paper for part of the card. And this one's mixed in with our fun little gnome guys. This is called Gnomes to Stamp. And this one adds our Leprechaun to Stamp along with the Shamrock Fold It. A couple more here. This is the center step up card base that uses along with the Shamrock Fold It added to the front. And then our last one, using some of our number dies, and I think a circle die there along with the standard A2 size card base. And whoop, let's see if we can get that one to stand up. Nice, there we go. So that's fancy. Very nice, right? Don't you think? I think these are all nice card samples. And we're going to take some time. We'll make our own card now. Here I am. Let's see if I can find that lower third that I was telling you about. I made this, and we'll use it for crafting corner too, but I thought I would add it to our little stream here as well. Let's see if I can find that. If this part of the, since I reset everything, I'm not always sure that everything is going to work. Let's try that. Nope, it's not there. Oh, there it is. I found it. So I took one of those cards that we just saw, and I was able to make it into a little lower third, like a Stamps of Life emblem thing there to kind of to celebrate this time of season. We're getting in almost to March. Okay, we're going to go over to the little workstation, and I'm going to get that. Let me find that folded die. What did I do with that? Of course, it was just right. Ah, there it is. And I have some cardstock picked out ahead of time. Let's see. I picked out a bunch of different colors that we can use, and we'll be able to mix and match some things there. I'm just going to do a couple layers, put it on the front of a card, and yeah, we'll have some fun with this. Let's see. I think I'm missing one thing. Okay, let's move over and I will find it as we switch over to our little table here. Okay, so the folded die, just 3 dies in here. And since we're going to layer this on the front, we're actually going to use, I think I want this outside shadow. I think I'm going to just use the 2 inside ones and layer a couple of these, and we'll add this to our card front. If you were to make a regular type of folded, you'd want to use the largest frame there, and you would fold it over and you'd be able to make your folded card. But we're going to do a card front this time. Now I thought I had a piece of pattern paper, so give me 1 second to look for that. And I don't see it here, but I might have it down here with our other stash. Let's see. Nope. What could I have done with that? All right, well, I think we can still pull this off with this. We're going to go ahead and we'll make our card base to be, we'll save the green colors kind of for our shamrock. And I really did want that one piece to show you how we could use the pattern paper. So I'm going to look for that again. But we'll run a card base through with this. And it's going to be just enough space to make sure I don't hit that little label that's on there. This is just a scratch piece of cardstock, extra cardstock that we had lying around here. So I'm just trying to be a little resourceful and use some items that are handy and available. You might have a stash of cardstock or dies that, or scrap sheets that you can find lots of uses for. I know Stephanie tries to do that a lot, and I'm trying to get in the habit of finding out ways to, so I think I'm a little bit off there. So I'm getting that squeak in. Let's see if we can adjust that a little bit. My cutting pad was a little bit too far over. Sorry about that squeaking, guys. All right. So that's not the ideal way to do it, but some of the time that happens. I didn't have it perfectly lined up. I did wisely, you saw that I had it at a little bit of an angle, so I avoided the speed bump, which was nice. So this created my A2 card, simply like that. I did get onto that sticker a little, but this will be the back of the card, no big deal. So there we have the front. It cut it, scored it. We're ready to go, our card base. Now I simply want to take our shamrock dies, and we're going to add it and make our card front. So let's find out what we can do with that. Move these out of the way. And for my larger piece, I still am going to look for something a little more exciting for the, whoops, get these all lined up here. We're going to layer this shamrock. If you wanted it just to be one color, you certainly could do that. But if we have some pattern paper, and I'm going to make sure my plates are bent. If we have some pattern paper available and we have some different cardstock available, we might as well try to make the card as nice as possible, right? So that ran through. See how nice and quiet that was? Well, it's because my plates were lined up correctly. If the plates are just a little bit too much that way, they're going to rub the sides and you're going to get that squeaking and squealing and screaming and all that crazy stuff. All right, so there's my shamrock that I cut. I'm making progress there. And now I just want to have something to layer on there. So one more step. I could use this, but these are very, very similar and would be a slightly different, but I would rather find some pattern paper. So let me find a paper pad. I'll bring it over here and we'll pick out something. 1 second. All right, this one's a little crazier. It's kind of got like a few different shapes going on there, but I think it will work good. I was hoping to just find like a dotted polka dot one. You can see there are some different designs in here, but that's kind of the only one I found in here that kind of has the green color that I'm looking for. So we're going to go ahead and pull out that sheet. Tear that out of there. I know I grabbed that dotted sheet yesterday and I had it all ready for today, so I'm not sure what happened to that, but we can make this work. It'll still look good. That's one of the fun things about having pattern papers and solids. Most of the time it just works and it's not that hard to do. We already used that die and I need to find my smaller one. Now, this will be interesting to see how this comes out. So I'm going to have to do a test on this one because with the little dots, this and this combination of the pattern paper, it might look kind of odd or it might look good. We'll figure out what to do with it after we run it through here. I'm not 100% sure how this one's going to look. Oh, I see. So this one just is going to give me my imprint. So that is not what we're going to do for sure. Let's go ahead and so that die just gave me the inside. If I wanted to, if I wanted to do that, I would have to run it over this at the same time to get that dotted look on it. So you can see how it created these little dots impressed there, and you could pop those all out. Then you'd have to cut this out. Obviously that doesn't look too great, so we're not going to use that one. Let's try something different here. So I have this one, and I'm gonna, since I already cut this one, I'm gonna have to use my larger die. So I'm still learning with some of these things. I don't know everything about all of these items, so it's a kind of a chance for us to learn some things together and improve our die cutting skills, and also just coordinating and figuring out cards. Now, I want to put that just a little bit to the edge. I don't want it to fall off, but I might be able to save some of my cardstock for later uses. Now, again, this wasn't my original plan, but we have to just kind of keep things moving here. I had hoped to use a pattern paper. So we have these two layers. Now, if you add some words, some stamps to this, a little bit of decoration, it would look very nice. I'm going to find my card base. Somewhere around here. Let's see, where is that big black card base? I missed it. Maybe I threw it down here. Nope. Oh, there it is. It kind of blended in with my table. So I'm just going to add some adhesive to these two. And again, you don't normally want to work on your machine like this, but since we are just trying to hustle through and make a quick card, give you the ideas, I'll just put a little adhesive on there, make sure it doesn't get on my cutting pads or my plates or the platform. I'll add that to that. So there you have your shamrock, and then we can just add it to the front of the card, and we would be ready and set to go. Take that. There's our A2 card base. We add that to the front. There you are. So easy to make a regular size A2 card base. I need a little bit extra adhesive there. Make sure that stays down. And you can imagine if I would have cut it correctly, if this were pattern paper or the layer below were pattern, you could have lots of different options there. We have the foil papers, we have pearl papers, lots of different options that you could choose to use with that. So I hope you like those. Anybody have any questions about any of the stamps or dies that we looked at today? Let me know. I'm going to turn this back over here. Okay, now my computer is deciding not this computer. There we go. All right, so I'll check in with the chat here. Hope you guys like those items. They're all on our website. And again, the Fold It Club is an option. Yep, Grindelia, I could use the adhesive sheets if I liked on there, or I do usually like to use adhesive sheets, but with this larger type of die, it was very easy to just use the adhesive rollers. So that was very easy to do. Okay. So that was the option of just using the Fold It on a card front. So you can do that. It can also just be standalone, like in the samples. Here's when where they use the foil. You can see it's layered compared to mine. They used a couple darker shades of foil paper and a little background there. And then I have the lighter options, but you can mix and match and do whatever you want with those. And then just a basic, if you want it to be just your A2 Fold It card, you have the option of just doing it that way too, where it opens up. They did the fold on the side on this one. It can open that way. And I might have one more option. Let's see. This one opens at the top. So if you have the Fold It and you just want to make it as a regular Fold It, you have the option of creating it so it folds to the top too. So as always, the Fold It cards are very easy, and I do, highly recommend those for you, especially if you are a new crafter, card maker. If you want to learn how to make simple, fun cards, and you can make them as exciting and as interesting as you want. It's just how much time you want to spend decorating them, adding your bling or stamping on them, or your coloring. You can make the cards very awesome and wonderful. You saw some of the samples. Mine was super basic, but I'm just kind of trying to show you the basics of what we have. Okay, we are moving on. Let's see if I missed anything else. I have everything on here. Yeah, so we will start this is our portion of, again, where we kind of, we're trying to have some good news and some good things to think about, are being thankful and grateful. Things were something we were working on for the past few weeks. This week, we're going to start to talk about prayer for a little bit. And I'll just be a minute or two, but it's important things to share. And I have my Bible here on it's my tab, my Android tablet here. And I use this thing, it's called the Bible app. It's really nice. It's a great app. They send little messages to you every day that kind of help you stay in tune. And then they have tons and tons of different versions of the Bible. There's devotionals, all kinds of fun things. It's free. So if you need an app, it's called the Bible app. You can get it on the Apple Store or like the Android Play Store too. So there's different options. I think they have a website for it as well. But if you like that, I like to have it on my phone or my tablet, so it's always with me. I have a Bible with me, but sometimes it's easy to just break it out. So as far as, again, the next few weeks, we'll take a look at the Lord's Prayer, which is kind of a model prayer for us that Jesus, his disciples asked him. And you can find that in Matthew chapter 6. It is starting around verse 9. I'm sorry. The prayer starts at verse 8 and goes through about verse 13 in Matthew, and it's also in Luke chapter 11. So if you want to read ahead, you can check out the Lord's Prayer and Jesus. Goes in here. Oh. Let's see. Okay. I think one of my cameras froze. Oh, I know why. Because somebody just tried to call me, so that's when the camera froze. So sorry about that. Anything that could happen and go crazy today seems like it's happening. So it's just kind of one of those tests. We'll get through it though. So if you read ahead, you can be in Matthew chapter 6. You can read the Lord's Prayer around verse 8 through 13. But the part I wanted to talk about before we start to look about prayer for the next few weeks is the option of, let's see, make sure our Facebook and YouTube, everybody's here. Great. If you are wanting to get involved in prayer, and we should be praying every day and asking for God to help us. And the thing is, indeed, that God does want to help us and bless us. Let's see if my little logo is still there. No, that's disappeared. Let's see. There we are. Okay. So check this out. Start thinking about praying. And again, this is something we want to practice, be praying. We can start our day in prayer. We can pray throughout the day. The Bible kind of teaches us that. There's a verse I came across in Luke chapter 18 where Jesus said that men, women, people ought to always pray and not give up and not give up hope. So we need to consistently be praying and asking for God to help us. So when Jesus, before he gave them the prayer, he gave them a couple of interesting warnings and kind of gives us a little bit of guidance for prayer. It says, so Jesus said, and when you pray, you shall not be like the hypocrites, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and on the corners of the streets, that they might be seen by people. I say, assuredly, they have their reward. So if you don't want to be praying to get noticed by people. Prayer is just to be between us and God. Of course, we can at times pray with other people, but for the most part, we need to have this personal relationship with God where we're talking to him and we are sharing time with him. This is the primary way that we can communicate with God, is through prayer. And I think that the primary way that he's going to speak to us is through his word. So we have the Bible, we have prayer. It's our responsible to be praying. We are responsible to be praying and communicating with God, but not so that other people see us or notice us or give us a pat on the back. It's that we are really looking to connect with God. That is the main thing. And Jesus also said, but when you pray, go into your room, and when you have shut your door, pray to your Father who is in the secret place, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you openly. So prayer, for the most part, is to just be in a private situation between us and God. We can pray out loud. We can pray to ourselves. I think sometimes out loud I don't do this as much as I should, but to pray out loud is good because it helps us to communicate and focus and connect a little bit better with God when we're speaking things out. We can be more focused. I don't know, my mind can just wander and get all over the place, but it does help me some if I'm praying out loud and talking to God. But again, it's a secret closet, a secret room, a quiet place where you can just be alone with God. So Jesus recommends that we do that. So we're not to try to get the approval of people. We're not to make a big show out of it. And then he also says that when you pray, don't pray like with repetitions, like just repeating the same thing over and over again. So if we're talking to somebody, if we're talking to God, he wants us to communicate just like a normal conversation. Can we ask for some of the same things from one day to the next? Of course we can. God wants us to keep asking and seeking and knocking, the Bible says. But it's just, we don't want to develop just a pattern where we're just praying the same things like day after day after day, and they're not coming from our heart. They're just coming like just by rote. We're just using just some pattern that we've developed, which is okay, but it's way better if we're just in conversation. Different things in our life we're bringing up, different situations that we have need of, different things that are on our mind, just telling God how we feel. We can do that. We can bring our difficulties in life to him. We can bring our praises, the things we're thankful for. We can bring all this to God in prayer. And so prayer, we want to make it, again, not just something boring, not something that we're just doing the same thing. Like he said, Jesus warned, don't do this, don't repeat. So then it kind of brings us to the question, well, Jesus gives us this prayer, and which we'll start to look at next week. But he gives us this prayer. Is it okay to pray this prayer? Of course it is. Jesus gave us these words. They're great words. But can you focus on them? Can you be sincere in them? Can you really be bringing these things to God and praying them from your heart? That's what it really comes down to. We don't want to just, again, go through the motions and pray these type of prayers and really not be in tune with God. So that would be the key, is we want to make sure that we are in tune with him. And so the prayer says, Jesus, when he brought up this prayer, even my Bible app is going crazy on me today. And so he said to them, I'll read this, and this will be what you can start to look forward to, the next few weeks. Again, this is the YouVersion Bible app. I see upstairs hobby room is telling me, yep, the YouVersion Bible app. It has a little brown Bible icon. And so Jesus said, this is the prayer. This is an example. This is kind of a model of a prayer and kind of an outline for prayer, which we can pray, which we can develop and grow and add our prayer to this to help our prayer life grow some. So he said, Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name, your kingdom come, and your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forget our debtors. And do not lead us into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For yours is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. So I'm using the New King James Version. It's very similar to the King James Version, it's just a little bit more modern. There's lots of other types of Bibles, NIV, NLT. They'll come across a little bit different, but they'll say primarily the same things. So Jesus gave us this outline as we go through the next few weeks talking about prayer. We will kind of focus on maybe one verse or two verses each week. We'll take a look at those, but start practicing praying yourself. And I'm going to start to do that even more. I do usually pray some in the morning, and sometimes I'll catch myself talking to God through the day, and most of the time at night giving some thanks, maybe before I go to bed or while I lay down. But we want to be in constant conversation with God. In prayer, we can do that. And there will be blessings for us if we pray. There's parts of the Bible where it says, sometimes we don't get the things we want, or we don't get because we don't ask. Number one, that's in James chapter 4. It says we don't have the things we need or we're hoping for because we don't ask God. And then right in that same section, it also says that some of the time when we are praying and we're asking God, we have the wrong, oh boy, now you're losing me over here. Let's switch that again. There we are. What was I saying? So we ask for in prayer, but come on now. we don't get because our motives are wrong. So there we have to kind of check our hearts and make sure we are in right connection with God every day. So that will be our challenge for the next few weeks, to be praying. You can pray for, I don't know, this is something that we have to pray about for this part of our Take Two Tuesday. I really feel like we're being challenged. We see all these things going wrong, and I don't know. There are forces that can kind of work against us when we're trying to serve God, and they can try to obstruct us and keep us from doing that. So if you want to pray for Take Two Tuesday, just that everything would work and that we would be able to spend this time together without having any problems, and that would be great. I'd appreciate your prayers. And for me, if I'd like to be able to share this part of our episode where we have some good news and some good positive things to think about. So prayer is kind of a bit of a battle and challenge. As we engage in it, we'll probably meet some obstacles, but if we're all praying together and helping each other, and I think God will do some great and amazing things in our lives. again, sometimes the answers are going to be yes, and God will answer it just the way we'd hope. And sometimes he's going to say no. We're going to have to trust him and know that his will is best. And then sometimes we will have to, just wait and keep praying and keep asking and not give up and not lose hope. That's what Jesus said. We have to be consistent and keep seeking and keep asking. All right. So I think that is it. We made it through this episode. Thank you for joining me for Take Two Tuesday. I want all of you to have a great and awesome, blessed week. And I hope you know that, again, I always like you guys to know that Jesus loves you. And if you want to serve him with all your heart, great blessings for you. It just makes life so much fuller and exciting. And I hope that all of you would have that to be a part of your life. So God bless each one of you. I will see you on Thursday night. We will be back for Stephanie's Crafting Corner. We're going to do a live release that night. If you have any questions about prayer, we can have those type of questions too next week. If you want to talk about any other thing in the Lord's Prayer, I will try to watch and see if there's any questions. I can't always keep up with the chat, but I'll try my best. Again, back to the contest. I'm going to ask the question, what is your favorite sport, or what is the favorite that you like to play, or your favorite sport that you like to watch? I'm going to add that into the comment section. If you add your comment in the comment section, that's where I will pick the winner from. So we don't want to add it to the chat here because I won't be able to see that, but I will see all the comments below. So we'll have a winner. I will choose a winner. I'll announce the winner next week. And I think that's it. I will see all of you Thursday with Stephanie. New stamps, dies. We'll have a fun release and have a great week, each one of you. Let me get ready to sign off here and see what we can do. Okay, that looks good. Thanks again for hanging in there with me. We did the best we could. We kind of worked out everything. We had some fun. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of those stamps and dies. I got some good results and some unexpected results, but that's what we're here for, to learn and kind of have some fun. Break out those new items if you haven't used them for a while and you bought them once and you had a plan to use them. So I think it's important that you do that. All right. Okay. Answer that question. Tell your friends about us. See you Thursday. And that's it. God bless you all. See you soon. Bye-bye.